Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the JSE that just closed. And of course, we are kicking off the second half of 2025, and the JSE has extended the gains that we had seen yesterday, with the all share up by 0.5%, that largely being led by the Resources 10 complex, as we saw yesterday as well. They're climbing more than 1%, and of course, the gold miners leading the way there. Financial 15 climbing by more than 0.75%, but backing that overall trend. The industrial 25 relatively flat, just 0.02% below that flat line. Let's check in on the market stateside, and we do have the European Central Bank Forum taking place in Portugal this week, and of course a lot of focus was on what Fed Chair Jerome Powell would say, but seeming that markets are not really paying much attention to what he said, of course saying that if it weren't for tariffs, the central bank would have cut rates by now. We do have those markets pulling back from what we saw yesterday, of course trading at near record highs. A mixed picture on that front, with the tech-heavy Nasdaq leading those losses, taking a knock of more than 0.8%. The S&P 500 edging lower by 0.15%, but backing that overall trend is the Dow, with a gain just shy of 1%. Let's take a look at the markets across the Atlantic. We did get inflation data out of the Eurozone for June, that heating up a little bit from the 1.9% that we saw in May, going to 2% in June. Of course, that in line with the ECB's inflation target. A mixed picture on that front as well, the FTSE 100 being the only bourse in green territory, greening by more than 0.25%, but going in the opposite direction. We do have the DAX leading those losses, plummeting by more than 0.8%, the CAC 40 edging lower by almost 0.8%. Let's take a look at the currency scene and start off with how the Rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Some strength coming through to the Rand, now below 17 Rand 70 against the US dollar, against the pound at 24 Rand 19, and against the euro at 20 Rand 77. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.17, pound dollar at 1.37, and the yen strengthening a little bit against the US dollar below 144 against that currency.